Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like the more responsibility that you take on, it seems like the heavier life starts to feel? And it's not because that you're lazy, and it's not because that you don't want to show up, but it's because something about it just feels like it's off. Like you're working and you're really providing, you're handling things, you're doing what a man's supposed to do. Instead of feeling fulfilled, you're feeling so frustrated. And so today we're talking about why that really happens and why the problem isn't responsibility. Because the problem is really identity. I remember a season in my life where I thought the answer was simple: just to be more responsible, continue to work harder, just put more responsibilities on myself, handle more, do more, start to be more dependable. And I did that, but the more that I took on, the more the pressure I felt. And it started to feel like I was carrying everything, but just not going anywhere. Like I was building something, but I didn't even know what that was supposed to be. And that's a very dangerous place for a man to be, because you can look like you're strong on the outside, but you still feel lost on the inside. Here's what I began to realize. Responsibility was never the problem. The problem was I was carrying responsibility without having identity. And that changes everything, because when you don't know who you are, everything you do starts to feel like pressure. Your job starts to feel heavy. Your roles start to feel heavy. Even those expectations that you have, they start to feel heavy. And it's not because they're wrong, but because they're not grounded into anything. So now what you're doing, you're just performing. It's like you wake up, you handle responsibilities, and you repeat the cycle over and over and over again. And eventually, that's when frustration shows up. This is why my favorite book in Genesis 1:26-27 is so important. Before God gave man responsibility, you know what he did? He gave him identity. He made him in his image. And this means identity came first, then responsibility came after that. But most men, we experience this life in reverse. It's like we get responsibility first, the pressure comes on first, there's expectations first, and you know what? Then we try to figure out where we are later. And that's just totally backwards. And when life is built backwards, then it creates this frustration. Now, this is why a man can be responsible but feel exhausted, feel dependable but feel disconnected, feel successful but frustrated. Because responsibility without identity, it just feels like slavery. But responsibility with identity, that becomes stewardship. And that's a different mindset. It's the same work, but a different foundation. So let me ask you something. Who are you outside of what you do? Not your job. It's not your role. It's not even your responsibilities. The question, and once again, is who are you? Because if that question is unclear, then everything else will eventually feel heavy. So this is why I created the Who Am I 7-day audio experience, because identity isn't something that you guess. It's something that you continue to build on, one truth at a time. So if you're ready to start that process, I'm gonna leave the link below in the description area. Now in the next video, we're gonna go even deeper into this, because a lot of men don't just feel frustrated, they just feel stuck. And we're gonna talk about why that happens. So I need you to stay locked in. And remember this, you're not tired of responsibility. You're just tired of carrying it without clarity.